Okay, so I figure if I'm driving somewhere, I have to keep it short. And then maybe I can get it to upload properly. So one of the things that I want to chat about today, which was brought up yesterday, with the person that had reached out to me and has me pegged as a Christian white nationalist, is that we actually engaged in conversation, right? And this beautiful thing transpired. Part of me would like to share the thread just because it was actually a really beautiful thing, right? And I get the hopelessness that the kids these days are feeling. I can't even imagine, right, what it must feel like to be 17, 18, 19, trying to decide, what direction you're going in life when housing seems unattainable, unreachable. It seems like, the probability says you're going to end up homeless. I just made that up. I shouldn't say it like that because that definitely sounded statistical and it's probably actually not true or even close to, but it probably feels like that. How about that? Because it's so in our face. And so I get it. I get the angst. So essentially this kid who had reached out, I don't know why I think he's a kid, but this person who had reached out is a socialist. And he hates the white nationalist. And that's who he blames for the state of the world. And then the irony, right, is that the white nationalist blames the socialist. It's just this thing that they don't understand that they are each other. And that there's truth in both, and both of them are not true. So in engaging with him, he's like, "You're a socialist." And I was like, well, yeah, kind of. I mean, if I was starting a world tomorrow, like if God came to me and was like, "Hey, so I'm going to give you your own planet, your own government, and I got to pick the people, and I got to control all the things," then socialism and communism actually is the best form of government. I said it. Unfortunately, it's and that's what I ended up saying to him, which he didn't answer me, because I said, "Do you trust your government?" Because for socialism to work, you have to trust your government, right? For socialism to work, you have to trust your government because it has to be this equal playing field, and it's not, and you shouldn't. And so therefore, socialism doesn't work. I think everybody probably under 20, maybe 25, maybe 30 is a socialist. I'm lost right now, and I should pull over and get directions. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to drive and trust that God's going to get me there. And what was I saying? God's going to get me there. That just sidetracked me because I'm a little bit lost driving around this neighborhood. Socialism doesn't work, period. I mean, there is no discussion about it because we're a greed-filled, there's greed out there. There's humanism out there. There's all of this stuff out there that makes it so socialism doesn't work. But it was very funny to watch because Jesus was a socialist, right? And that's what I ended up saying because he fucking hates Jesus. He hates the Christian white nationalist. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not a huge fan. I hear people talk from my Jesus out. I know Jesus. And I'm like, that's not the message. That wasn't his message. You guys are getting, you think that God loved America? That's so weird to me that people think that God loves America any more than God loves Syria or Iran or Afghanistan or China or India or any of these other places. God loves it all. So this whole idea of Christian nationalism is, get me started, right? So all of that to say, but then he was like, "You're a socialist, but I bet you wouldn't say that." Well, no, what I would say to you is, yeah, I'm not a socialist because I don't trust my government, period. We got that picture yet? And so then I had shared with him, so this probably wasn't the smartest thing because he thinks I'm a Christian nationalist. And so then after I got done chatting with him, I sat down and I do these devotionals sometimes where I just if I feel drawn to, I just flop open my Bible, which by the way, I, at a cellular level, can't really grasp the Bible. I do not love it. I love aspects of it. But like, sometimes they flip it over and it's like, Bathsheba was a whore and had sex with her dad or something. I mean, like, there is stuff in the Bible that I'm like, why is this my devotional today? This isn't making any sense. And I'm sure if I wasn't so like, and then I just shut the book and I'm like, this is why I don't like this book. And then me and God argue about it. All of that to say, yesterday, so I have this conversation with him and I flop it open to Corinthians. And Corinthians is beautiful. And I flop it open to the thing that talks about we are all the body of God, right? I mean, they use Christ, but let's just say we're all one. We are all this body. And you can't say the eye is not a part of the body because you don't like what the eye sees, right? So essentially, we can't say that the socialists are not a part of this creation because we don't like the messaging. And so it felt so palpable to me. And I was like, oh my God, how cool is this? So I sent it to him. Big mistake. Because then he was like, so you're a Bible thumping, anti-vax, anti-science Christian social. You know, I mean, it just went right back to what it was. But the whole thing was really beautiful. And I felt called to share this today because I would love to just prove him wrong. That I would say that I would be a socialist if we weren't in the situation that we currently are in. So, is this where I'm trying to get to? Okay, I have to get directions. I don't think so. I think that's just another house. I have to try to get directions so I'm just not lost, looking like a creeper rolling around this neighborhood here. So, oh my God, there's a horse in a saddle. This is the cutest thing. I just have to show you guys this really quick. These people might not appreciate it because it's their house. Can you guys see that? It's like this. Oh, you can't really see it because of the horse. I hope these people don't get mad at me. But it's literally like a cutout horse. I hope you guys can see that. My phone doesn't let me flip it around mid-video. So, okay, I'm off and running. I hope you guys are great. I hope we can just find balance. Jesus, shit and heck. We gotta find balance. We gotta stop hating each other. And that's what I told him is, you can't out-hate people. I'm going to leave on that message. You can't, my Republican friends, you can't out-hate the socialists. They're going to up the ante. I'm telling you. As somebody that is running and currently being doxxed and labeled as a white nationalist, I can tell you, you can't out-hate these kids. You can't out-hate them. So you got to love them. And that is the only way we're breaking this pattern. We are in this pattern. Can you guys pull back and see that we're in this pattern of like hating each other so much, and then we go to war and then we kill each other, and then that just provides more hate. And the only way, so help me God, what would Jesus do, that we break this pattern is through love, is to love the people that we deem our enemies. And if we can't do that, and we feel like sending messages to random strangers that you've never met to tell them how fucked up, oh, dang it, Sarah, to tell them how wrong they are, $100 is the way we get out of this. We're going to end up in a civil war. And frankly, we're going to deserve it. So that's all I got. 8 minutes. Kept it under 10. Okay, talk to you later. I have to try to Google Map me. There's not even names of streets in this place. What did we do before Google Maps? Okay,